Attorneys for the woman known as Jane Doe in the Anthony Arevalos case are blasting the city. They say they victimized her all over again in her lawsuit by accusing her of trying to bribe the now ex-cop with her panties to get out of a DUI. CBS News 8's Abby Alford is live at the federal courthouse with the latest reaction. Abby?
Carla, the whole reason for the city filing this brief right here is to respond to Jane Doe's demands that the city get an independent monitor to better watch for police corruption. Doe says had there been one, Anthony Arevalos would have been caught earlier, but the city says it does enough to keep dirty cops off the force. Well, now the city attorney is caught up in whether to blame Jane Doe or the convicted officer for the panty bribe. A city attorney now backtracking after responding in a civil lawsuit blaming Jane Doe, an alleged victim, for bribing an officer with her underwear to get out of a DUI.
Because it didn't go well. It embarrassed them, and it should have.
That's Jane Doe's defense attorneys who claim former San Diego police officer Anthony Arevalos assaulted her in this 7-Eleven restroom in the Gaslamp district in 2011. Video surveillance shows the two inside the store after the alleged assault.
He put one of his fingers on my vagina and started to rub my vagina.
The now convicted and dubbed dirty cop, who's a father and also a husband, is serving 8 years in prison for targeting attractive women in DUI stops, offering to let them go in exchange for their panties, rather sexual misconduct. Back in 2012, the police chief praised Jane Doe for her bravery.
I couldn't thank the district attorney's office, Bonnie DeManis, anymore, or the judge, or most importantly, a very courageous victim that stepped forward to allow us to investigate this case and bring Officer Arevalos to justice.
The city says its claims blaming Jane Doe for the panty bribery is now inappropriate, but also says the lawyers for the alleged victim are demanding outrageous sums of money.
Jane Doe is the victim, and engaging in victim blaming is not only unfair, it's cowardly and shouldn't be tolerated.
The attorney would like this independent monitor to be appointed by a federal judge. Now, Jane Doe's civil lawsuit is the only one that's still pending. Trial is scheduled for May. Now, since Arevalos' case, the city has settled and paid out $2.3 million to his alleged victims. Carlo?
Thanks, Abby. In district court, Anthony Arevalos continues to appeal his conviction. A judge will hear evidence in February about the notes taken from Jane Doe's statement about the DUI stop. The sexual assault was not in those notes. Arevalos claims that since those notes were not used, he did not receive a fair trial.